What is up, kings and queens? Welcome back to Bad Habits Kingdom. Thank you guys so much for all your love and all your support. We are going at it with the Delphi murders tonight. It has been a while, so I want to apologize. So I do apologize. We have not done a Delphi video in a while. Oh, sorry, I almost knocked my camera down. That's why I don't do live videos. So I was doing this video to do a follow-up, an update. And guess what? We do not have one, which is very surprising that it is almost August. Tomorrow would be August 1st, right? And this case is still not solved, which really, really pisses me the fuck off. And it pisses a bunch of other people off. Excuse my language. You guys know I get emotional when it comes to this case and other things, but it's August. We would think that the case would be solved by now, because all we've been hearing for the last 5 years is it could be today, it could be tomorrow, we know you're out there, blah, blah, blah. And I'm really tired of hearing the same shit. I gotta stop. This is why I don't do live videos, because I get so emotional and so upset in this case. Every freaking time I do a live video, I get frustrated and upset because this case has been going on for 5 years, and that guy that killed these two little girls are out there walking the streets right now. Right now. He could be living right next door. Right now. And it really pisses me off. This is going on for 5 years, and they are no closer to the case. And every time something comes up, you know, the search warrant of God, my throat. The search warrant, we already knew that. We already knew that. That wasn't a big surprise for me. Okay, we already knew there was a search warrant on Logan's property. I wasn't really surprised about that, and I'm sure a lot of you guys weren't either. The bodies could be were staged. You know, I didn't hear that until I actually did the interview. I don't know if you guys remember way back when I did an interview with the Indiana local. He was really involved with the case. He kept on it for a long time, and I believed in that video. I got to watch it again. It's been a while since I watched it. But I believe he said that the bodies were staged. So I definitely got to watch it, you know. Andre the Giant, what is up? Andre the Giant. Nice to see you, buddy. You know, this case has just been so frustrating from the moment it happened. You know, from the moment I saw it. When I first saw the case, it was about, I want to say September 2017. Okay, when I first saw, you know, on YouTube and stuff, and I was like, you know, this is definitely interesting, you know, and I really kept on it ever since. And I thought for sure it was going to get solved around that time. I had no idea in a million years it would be 5 years later from then. It's been over 5 years since the girls were murdered. It's going on 5 years from the day I found out. I mean, and I found out, you know, 6-7 months after it happened. This is insane. I mean, I cannot believe that killer is walking around today. It's crazy to me that there's audio, there's video, and there's a photo of the killer. Here he is, guys. That's the killer, you know. This is him. He killed two little girls that did nothing wrong in their entire lives. That's him right there. There's a photo. We got his voice on audio. We have video of his body movement, and he's still out there today. Kings and queens, I'm sorry. I am so sorry that I get emotional when it comes to this case, because it's insane to me. It's insane. I literally watch the video and audio of this guy almost every single day. I wouldn't say every day, but literally almost every day. You know, it's kind of a routine I have just to realize, think to myself, wow, this monster is still out there right now. He's out there right now. Right now. And we are no closer in catching this guy. You know, no matter what we tell ourselves, no matter what Delphi police tells us, no matter what Doug Carter tells us, no matter what we tell each other, we are no closer to catching this guy. Andre the Giant, how you doing, man? 100%. Yep. We knew there was a search warrant for him. We didn't know what what it revealed. Yeah, exactly. We knew that there was a search warrant on Ron Logan's property. The girls were found on his property. So when that all came out, we were like, we kind of knew that. When the FBI released that information, that new stuff, it's possible that Ron Logan, that the FBI agent, I believe, said he believes that Ron Logan committed the crime of murder. That was a little shock to me because I remember when I did the videos in Delphi, probably a little over a year ago in my earlier Delphi days, I actually did a video and I was talking about Ron Logan as a suspect. And a lot of people were really upset with me, not because I was naming Ron or talking about a suspect, but because I was actually saying Ron Logan was, and that his name was already cleared, and that I should stop saying it's Ron Logan and everything. Right now, if you would ask me, do I think it's Ron Logan? My gut tells me no. And honestly, I don't really want it to be Ron Logan because if it was Ron Logan, he's dead. That means he got away with it. I mean, I want the guy who did this crime to get caught and spend the rest of his life in prison or have the families decide on what should happen to his future. Either, death penalty, by stone. You remember the old days where they would stone you to death, throw rocks at you? I wonder if I don't know what kind of death penalty Indiana has, but still, Doug Carter and the Delphi PD are fools. That definitely gives a statement. I don't want to say they're fools, but I do have to say I don't think, because they never had a crime like this happen, they don't have the experience or the knowledge. I don't want to say the knowledge, but they don't have the experience in dealing with a case like this. But now with the FBI involved, I would think that, something will pop off a lot sooner than it has, for sure. Because we haven't heard anything. Around the anniversary back in February, that's when a lot of things came out. Oh, the FBI is getting involved now. I really thought, I even did a video back then, if you guys remember. I said, this guy will be caught no later than April or May. I made that statement and I said 100% fact. My gut tells me, 100% he will be caught by then. Because I thought with the FBI getting really involved in it, the guys, they have the equipment, they have everything they need to catch this guy. I mean, get the CIA involved in this. I mean, something. I mean, this crime is that horrible to get higher ups involved. I mean, the FBI, I think they were involved at the beginning. I thought they were, somehow involved. I know that they were let the FBI let Delphi use their equipment because they were getting so many tips. They get so many tips a day, but I'm pretty sure maybe one of those tips was the right tip. They just get so many. How many tips do you think they blow off? Let me ask you that. How many tips do you think Delphi police and all them blow off? I mean, they get so many a day, right? They get so many tips. They're probably going to be like, yeah, no. And it's been going on for so long. Like let's say I knew the killer. Let's say the killer was right here in front of me right now. I mean, he's not, but let's say he was. And I called Delphi police right now and I said, hey, here he is, guys. What's up? Do you think they would believe it or not? I'm going to guess no. Because I'm pretty sure one of those tips was, if it wasn't a right tip, I'm sure it was close to it, if that makes sense, In this case, thousands. Yeah, thousands of tips. I mean, at least thousands. I'm sure 5 years, hundreds of thousands. I'll donate $5 just to debate Ron Logan for 15 minutes. You're on. Ron Logan. Ron Logan, I didn't know much about Ron Logan for a while, for a long time. And when I first saw him, I thought, no, he's not him. And then I saw the jacket and stuff that Bridge guy was wearing. Then I saw Ron Logan wearing the exact same thing. And I'm like, that guy's wearing similar clothes to Bridge guy. And then I watched one of Anthony Garino's videos, and the same video, like I did a video about how he was wearing the similar clothes and, you know, everything like that, and how he was lying to the police about where he was and how he had the ties. The girls were found on his property. And then Greeno, even though he didn't see my video or anything, he kind of like gutted everything I said. Like he was like, everybody wears those kind of clothes out there. You know, it was already proven where Ron Logan was, you know, so many things. Greeno, like I said, I know he didn't see my video, but it seemed like everything I said in my video, Anthony Greeno gutted it in his. I was like, damn, man, you know. And I know that Greeno was very much involved in the case. I haven't really watched any of the stuff lately. I don't even know if he's still doing videos. Last I heard, he was in jail. I don't know if he got out or what, but you know, I know Greeno was really big into the case, and I was watching a lot of his videos. But every time I would do a video about a suspect or, you know, talk about it, a lot of people were upset about it. They were like, you know, don't be saying the suspects' names, because I don't know if you guys know who Copfax is. A brilliant YouTuber. He's a retired cop. The guy's amazing. He has like, I think, 10,000 subscribers. Have a lot of respect for him, definitely. But he was basically telling YouTubers, big time YouTubers, I would say, not me, but he was telling other YouTubers, like, don't name suspects. Don't talk about suspects. Don't bring up their names, because when they finally arrest the guy and they go to court, Andre the Giant, thank you so much for your donation, brother. Thank you. That's huge. Let's give a donation alarm. Hit the donation alarm. That was a donation alarm. Andre the Giant, thank you so much, man. But I remember Copfax was basically telling people, don't name any suspects' names, don't show any of their photos, because if they actually arrest the real guy and then it goes to trial, the defense attorney can show the YouTube videos because they are out to the public and convince a jury that it's not the real guy. Don't get me wrong, I understand what he was saying, and I respect what he was saying, but at the time, a lot of people were doing it as well. So when I showed the video of Ron Logan, and when I was videoed his photo and talking about how he's he's definitely a suspect in my eyes at the time, you know, people were really, really upset with me because I was saying Ron Logan's a suspect, and even though people were saying no, his name is cleared, everything like that, he was always still on the back of my mind as a possible suspect. You know, and there was ties. I forgot what it was, but my queen was looking into something, and somehow it was like Ron Logan's cousin, Ron Logan's like nephew or something that just got out of prison, and he was staying with Ron Logan at the time. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Here, hold on one second. Babe! She's playing her video game. 1 second. It's driving me nuts. This is why I don't do live videos, because if I wanted to do a live video, I would edit all this out. But hold on. There was okay, so you already mentioned he was wearing the same exact clothing the morning after the bodies were found on his land. This was also before the first BG photo was released. Oh! Ooh. Andre the Giant. I did not know that. That is some information right there. God, you know, if it turns out that it was Ron Logan, that's really going to gut me, because he died and got away with it. You know, fuck. God, I hope it's not Ron Logan. Babe! Guys, if you guys play video games, check her out on Bad Habits Queen, or Queen Bad Habits. I don't know. She's something like that. But she plays video games, and she's in. I'll find out her username if you guys play them. I'm trying to get her out here because she was looking into the case, and she was saying, like, Ron Logan's cousin or something. Hey, do you remember when you found out that information about the Delphi case? It was like Ron Logan's cousin or someone that was staying with Ron Logan at the time. Do you remember that or no? No. Oh, okay. Never mind. I know, baby. Hold on. All right. That's the first strike against him. It already gutted me. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I really hope it's not Ron. I mean, I really hope it's not. You know, and I know the FBI released the thing saying that YouTube channel found out that the FBI said, what's the YouTube channel? Murder Sheet podcast. They're the ones that found out all this information. They are the ones that found out that the FBI actually stated Ron Logan is able to commit murder. They believe that he committed murder. I mean, we don't know what they found at his house. You know, the girls were found on his property. You know, it's definitely a tell. You know, and I actually, before I started this video, I don't know if you guys, I know you guys had to have seen it, but actually, right before I started this live, I went on YouTube, and because I go on YouTube and Google Delphi murders every single day just to see, like, is there any update? Is there any update? And the one interview they did with Ron Logan came up, and I was like, yeah, I haven't seen this in a while. I'm gonna click it. So I started watching the video, and the interviewer had Ron Logan repeat the words "down the hill," and the way he said it, he's like "down the hill," like in a light, like country type way. You know, I don't know if Indiana has accents or not, to be honest with you, but the way he said it, "down the hill." And the way you could tell, we all know he was lying to the interviewer, because he was like, you know, I went to go get some tropical fish, and then I got home at about 6:30 in the afternoon, and my neighbor came up and asked if they can look on the property for the girls. Happened in my backyard. I know all this because I literally just saw the video before this. That's how I know. The warrant said that he asked him or her to say that she picked him up at 2 p.m. the day the girls were murdered. So I heard this somewhere. I forgot where I heard this from, but he had somebody say that he picked him up. Oh, I did hear this. This was on the update. I remember hearing about this a couple weeks ago. That he contacted somebody and said, hey, say that you picked me up at 2 p.m. the days of the murders. What time was the footage of him drinking at the bar? Was it before or after? Wasn't it around 1 o'clock? So that's before the murders happened. Now, Ron Logan has a history of abusing women. He has a history of violence. He's an alcoholic. He was drunk. I'm not going to get into super details, but I was raised around an alcoholic, and I will say this. When they're aggressive, they're very unpredictable. I will say that. Very dangerous. You know, and it's very, very possible that he killed Abby and Libby. Very possible. The only thing that gets me about the clothing is, I mean, almost when I saw it, it looked identical to Bridge Guy's clothing. Identical. The jacket, the jeans, everything. I was like, he's wearing the same exact clothes Bridge Guy has. But why would you be wearing the same exact thing knowing that everybody's seen the photo? Wait, are you saying that was before the photo was released he was wearing it? Did he ever wear those clothes after the video was released? When was the video actually released? When was the video actually released? The video of Bridge Guy. Nope. So he didn't wear any of those clothes after. Andre the Giant, I think you might have something, man. I had no idea about that. I thought he wore those all the time. I thought that after the video was released, he was wearing that. Oh, wow. Ron Logan. Who a lot of people, there's a lot of people, I will say this, that truly believed it was Ron Logan for a long time. No matter what other people tried to convince, no matter the name being cleared or whatever, there's a lot of people out there that always thought it was Ron Logan. I seen it in a lot of comments. Wow. I had no idea about that. I thought he always wore those clothes and even did it after the video was released. Damn, that's crazy. I really hope it's not him, though. I will say that. I really hope it's not him. The photo was released the night after they were found. The video and audio later. What about the bag? Let me ask you that. What do you think about the bag? The front, it looks like a deer hunting kit that bridge guy's wearing? Do you think that's a shadow? Do you think that's part of his clothing? I can't pull it up right now, or I would. Bridge guy's walking towards the girls, and the bag in front looks like those deer hunting cases. What do you think about that? Do you think any of that was connected at all? Because if it was Ron Logan, let's just speak hypothetical right now, okay? He has never been seen wearing the dinted camo hat again. I think that's a deer hunting fanny pack. I think so too. Okay. At least we're on the same page on that one. Let's think hypothetical for a second, okay? Let's say it was Ron Logan. If it was Ron Logan, the catfishing story will be deleted out. I would think if it was Ron Logan, it would have been random crime. Because he was drunk. I'm assuming he was drunk because he's been drinking that day. And saw the girls on his property and snapped. We don't know how the girls were murdered. That apparently there was 3 signatures left behind. One of the religious signatures. One was a religious signature. And the religious signature apparently was the girls' feet were washed. Or at least one of the girls' feet were washed. Now, that's not confirmed. I'm not saying that's confirmed, but that's what I've been informed of as well. That's what I've been told. I'm out here in Vegas. I've been trying to find the Keegan connection out here. I know Keegan Kline was out here for a while. I'm trying to find out who he was with so I can at least interview them and see how they feel about the whole thing. But we would cancel that out. Would you think it was a random crime if it was Ron Logan? Do you think he was going home, he was drunk, and just snapped when he saw the girls? Or do you think he planned on just killing somebody? What do you think? I think he's probably thought about doing this for a while, and this chance to attack girls. Yeah, I mean, you might not be wrong. I mean, honestly, Andre the Giant, you're making really good points. I do have to say, you're making some pretty good points because he definitely had access. Being drunk, angry, history of abusing women. Do you think he knew them? Do you think Ron Logan knew the girls? It was a small town. Real small. Do you think he knew the girls or their families? Ron Logan. God, I hope it's not him. Honestly, the only reason, in a way, it's like, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say I hope it's not him because at least if they found out if it was him for sure, I will feel more relieved. Like, okay, he did it. He's dead. In a way, justice came for him, the higher power, ended it. But technically, I look at it like he got away with it because he was never arrested and charged for the murders of Abby and Libby. If they walk all the way to the end of the bridge, he walks up past them and then makes sure no one is on the bridge behind them. Yeah. At that point, he trapped. I doubt he knew him. Okay, so let's think. Okay, so the girls start out on the bridge. They're going down, the trail. They are, let's say the girls were originally dropped off, okay? They start walking towards the bridge. They get on the bridge, tie up. Ron Logan does not see them at the time. Or maybe he does see them and he's following them from a distance, okay? They start walking on the bridge. They turn around. She takes a photo of Abby. They're still walking. You got to remember, this is Abby's first time walking on the bridge, so they're not going to be going too fast. That bridge is very high up. Me personally, I'm scared of heights. I can't believe they walked across it at 14, 13. I know Libby did it dozens of times. Abby's first time. They get across the bridge. They keep going. Um, Ron Logan either came from where they started from or he passed them. Okay, let's say he was already on the other side of the bridge. He passes them when they get off. He maybe says something to them. You know, I don't know. They keep going. He goes halfway across onto the bridge, looks around, makes sure nobody's in sight. He turns around, starts walking back. That's when Libby pulls out her phone and starts recording him. Maybe he was drunk and said something to him that made him feel uncomfortable. Maybe after she started recording him, they started walking a little bit, towards the other way. And that's when she put her phone in the pocket. When she put her phone in the pocket, they turn around a few moments later. He's walking behind them. That's when Abby says to Libby, is that creepy guy still following us? He was drunk. He probably said something or tried something. They felt uncomfortable. They said back up or something. And he kept going to make sure nobody else was around. He turned around, realized there was nobody that can see them or hear them. Turn around. That's when they see him coming back towards them on the bridge. Libby takes out her phone, or already had her phone out, starts recording him. They turn around after a few seconds. They start trying to get away, go the other way. Moments later, he gets off the bridge, ends up behind him. Abby says to Libby, is that creepy guy still following us? Libby responds back by saying, mm-hmm, because she knows he's behind. This is why I hate doing live videos. Just thinking about their last moments, how scared they fucking were, They were scared. They were so scared. And they were killed for no reason. This is why it's hard for me to do live videos, guys. Kings and Queens. All right. Going a little too fast here. Okay. He's at the end. They're walking towards. Okay. Not following across. Following them across it. Okay. So he was already on the side, basically toward where his property kind of area is. Okay. Gotcha. He lives on the end that they're walking towards. Yeah. Okay. I'm with you there. Savannah. Hey, Savannah, how are you doing? Welcome to Bad Habits Kingdom. Welcome to the Bad Habits family. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. It's just, I know you're new to the channel. Andre the Giant and the rest of the Bad Habits family would tell you when it comes to this crime, I get really emotional about this case because the girls are so young and the guy's still out there or maybe possibly dead if it is Ron Logan. And when I always think about their last moments, I really get upset about the situation. So it's definitely hard. Then he pulls his gun and believes that he says Delphi PD or some sort of LE and says the girl's Delphi PD down the hill. It's very possible, Andre. I mean, I understand your point of view. I really do. I really do. Connor, what's going on? Long time, man. Connor, thanks for coming back on. It's very emotional, upsetting. Yeah, it definitely is. It really, really is. This case it's been a long time. 5 years is a long time for this case not to get solved, especially with all the technology we have nowadays and everything. And when I try to think about the girls' situation on where the killer could have been at and the audio, even though we haven't heard it, we all pretty much know that is out there of Libby and Abby, still talking to each other. Nothing was chaos, but was it Libby's mom? No, it was Abby's mom. Abby's mom was doing an interview and she said that she got to hear a little bit more of the audio. It was nothing about the murder or anything, but a lot of it was kind of fuzzy. She couldn't really hear much, couldn't see anything, but she can hear Libby saying this is where the trail ends. Where else can we go? Or there's nowhere else to go. Something in that nature. I will find the video and post it. But it was something like that. And we also know about the recording part where Libby says to Abby says to Libby, "Is that creepy guy still following us?" And Libby responds by, "Mm-hmm." And when I think about that, that really is sad, because that's before they were murdered. They didn't know what was going to happen, and they were scared. Is that creepy guy still following us? That is terrifying. That's terrifying for all of us. And they were 13 and 14 little girls out there alone, pretty much in the middle of nowhere. I know it's a popular site for people to go, but you're out there in the middle of nowhere. It's not like you can run across the street to a gas station or something. And no one can help. We can all say, why didn't they call 911? I don't know if there's cell service out there. Why didn't she call her dad? If you haven't been in that kind of situation, you can't really say. But what she did do, what they both did, was record Bridge Guy, get his voice on audio, and get a picture of him. They at least did that to help us, I don't know if there's cell service out there. I've never been out there. I was trying to go back in February. We're making plans, trying to save money to go after the first of the year. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty up with the case. Yeah, it's a sad situation, a sad case. I think anybody that really gets involved in this case, God bless you for sure. And it's really one of those cases that you just really want to help, want to do anything you can to help. You just get drawn to it because it's a horrible thing. And that's the thing. What I do admire and what I love so much is that how we all of us, and that's what I say to other YouTubers as well that go about the case when we talk to each other. I'm like, look, this case is horrible. It's a horrible case. It's extremely sad, but the kind of community it built together. One thing we all have in common. You might not respect or like or appreciate my opinion, and I might feel the same about you. Well, I always respect your opinion and try to see your opinion. But you know what I mean? We all are still involved, have that tie together to get this case solved. And that's what I say in all my videos, especially when I do lives. Like, look, we're all going to work together. We're all going to try to get along. We're all going to support each other, see each other's point of view, and help get this case solved. And then after this case gets solved, we will all stay together and move on to a next case, like Evansdale and stuff like that. These girls didn't do anything wrong. No, they did not, Connor. They didn't do shit wrong. They didn't harm a fucking soul, and they got their lives taken for nothing. Nothing. Some freaking prick just had a power trip or something. Yes, but they knew last moments where they knew what was happening. Yeah. It's just, it's sad, it's the last moments. It's sad. It made me think for a second when they found Abby's shoe off her that they tried to run for a second. I thought maybe they tried to run. And then I thought, no, I don't think they tried to run. I think he was dragging them or pushing them. And they wouldn't leave each other. They stayed with each other to the end. A while back, there was a case out here in Vegas where this was years ago, like 15 years ago. It happened on the east side of Vegas. These two, white guys, teenagers, 18, 19, were selling marijuana. And when I say sell marijuana, they were selling like a half an ounce. Back then, it was probably worth $120. Two gangbangers heard about them selling, and they were under the impression that they were selling a lot of weight. So they wanted to rob these white boys, and basically they broke into the house. They had 5 of the white boys. They tied them up, laid them down, and they found about $60 in cash and about a quarter of weed. That's what the gangbangers found, right? And they didn't have any masks on or anything, so they killed the white boys one by one. They laid them face down, and they went one at a time. And I remember thinking to myself, how can you imagine being that last one? You're sitting there watching all your friends get shot in the head, and you know that guy is coming to you. That drives me nuts. And I think the same thing happened in this case. Because I know the girls didn't die at the same time. One of the girls saw the other girl murdered and knew that they were next. And that son of a bitch walked away from this. I think the motive may have been rape. But I think he's able to do it for... I don't think he's able to do it for whatever reason. If he was there, it would have been like a DNA. I believe there is a match to DNA. Yeah, Ron Logan, I know he has a criminal history. I know they said there was DNA at the crime scene. But, that's why a lot of people were talking about Keegan. Keegan got hair sample removal from him and blood and, saliva or whatever. That's why I thought, honestly, when Keegan came out, I thought there was a good chance that it could have been him. But honestly, to this day, and I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree with me, the first sketch that the police released that they told everybody to ignore, I still think that looks more like Bridge Guy than the second sketch. I know the second sketch looks closer to Keegan than the first one, of course. And then I saw an interview with Doug Carter was saying put them both together or something like that. I was like, what? Put them both together? What do you mean by that? First they release a sketch. Then they say, no, don't look at that sketch. Here's a totally different sketch. And now put them both together. So I really am getting confused. And I think Delphi police, in a way, could be confused. I don't know. But I still, in my gut, and I know I'm going to hear it, guys, but it's okay. Keegan's dad is still at the top of my list. That is still the one I really believe had a high possibility of doing this. And I can't tell you why. I really can't. I wish I can give you dozens of reasons. I don't know why I feel that way. When I first saw his photo, I don't know if you guys remember that video. Literally, I saw his photo and I'm like, there's something weird about the dad to me. I don't know what it is. And it was just right when this Keegan stuff started happening. And when I saw the photo of him and his dad together, I was like, God, there's something odd about his dad. I don't know what it is. I think his dad could be him. I mean, for some reason, he just looks like somebody that would do this to me. I don't know why. But for some reason, I still think Keegan's dad is definitely still my, the one I truly believe, I wish I could tell you why. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know why. All right, let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up where I left off in the comments. All right, here we go. Yes, so terrifying. Yeah, it's terrifying situation. I mean, and they were only teenagers. They were so young, 13, 14. I mean, that is horrible. Horrible fucking, have their whole lives ahead of them. Their entire lives ahead of them. And touch DNA could be explained by it being his hand. Oh. Yeah, that's a thing, especially if the bodies, because we, been informed that the bodies possibly were staged. I was informed that, not informed, but I did see a video. If you guys if you guys haven't seen it yet, the guy is amazing when it comes to true crime stuff. True Crime Recap, I believe his YouTube channel is called. But if you just look up Delphi Murders Recap, it's this guy. He basically does videos with his wife. He went over the Delphi case, and he was basically, talking about the DNA and how the bodies were staged. But he actually said that Abby had the most injuries to her, and Libby. I'm so sorry. Libby had the most injuries to her, and that the top part of her shirt was missing, and there was like leaves or branches trying to cover just her top area. But check out his video; it's pretty good. I don't think they released quick enough. They were realized quick enough to call 911. I agree, Savannah. Honestly, that is something I 100% agree with. Because you're gonna get people to say that. Why didn't they call 911 if they felt like they were in danger? In that situation, you're just like reacting. You're just trying to get away. You're not thinking, oh, I need to call 911. Or maybe they were trying to, and they, I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to seem like they were. I don't know. I think they were just panicked and tried to get out of there. That's why when they got to the end of the trail, there was nowhere to go. It was private property, and they were pretty much trapped between the dead end and bridge guy. And that's when he pulled it. Like, I truly believe that bridge guy, like Andre the Giant said, did have a gun. And I don't think that's how the girls were killed, but I think he did use the gun to control them and tell them where to go and stuff. He did pull his firearm and tell them what to do. I'm going to put my full theory in the comments section. Okay. Andre the Giant, thank you for coming on, Andre. You've been real help on this video, man. And I honestly, I see your point of view. I really, really do. And you are convincing me. I will say that. There is cell service there. Oh, I didn't know that. It would have been so hard to hear your child going through that. Yeah. Yeah, it would. Any child. I mean, any child. 13, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's babies in my eyes. Abby and Libby were babies. They had their whole lives ahead of them. Whole lives. I'm obsessed with this case. I look it up every day. What a great courageous girl to record both of him and his voice. Amazing. Yeah, Connor. I agree 100%. I mean, to know. That's what makes me think, was there contact before she recorded him? Did he say something to them? Did he try to touch them? Did he try to lure them somewhere? What made her do that? And you guys, if you see my other videos about this case, I ask that all the time. What made her record that guy? Why him? She knows people goes out there. Abby's been out there, Libby's been out there dozens of times. She's walked the bridge dozens of times. What made Libby take out her phone and start recording him? What made her do that at that moment? And then the smart thing she did was not hit stop record. She kept it recording, put the phone in her pocket, and that's why you can hear, the other stuff where it says, where Abby's mom said, yeah, you can hear him talking. This is where the trail ends. And then Libby, Abby says to Libby, is that creepy guy still following us? Is that creepy guy still following us? Have you looked into the floral fire? A lot happening with that at the moment. No, I have not, Savannah, but I will. Thanks for letting me know. No, I haven't. It's very addictive. Yeah, it definitely is addictive, guys. It definitely is. Now let's move on to the self-pings. RL Ron Logan says he and his cousin went to at 2 p.m. to the aquarium store. They would arrive there around 2:20 p.m. The warrant finds a receipt for purchase at 5:21 p.m. So he said he went there at 2:20 p.m. and the receipt said 5:21. Over marijuana? That's insane. Over marijuana. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That happened a long time ago. It's a big thing, too. If you Google it, you can look into it. It happened years and years. It could have been like 20 years ago. But it happened in Vegas. And here, the two gangbangers were actually laughing about it at court. They were bragging about how they killed him. And I think it was like 5 or 6 of them they killed. 5 or 6 white guys. They basically killed them, murdered them suicide style. They laid them face down. They had their hands tied behind their back. And they weren't, when people say drug dealer, a half ounce isn't really drugs. I'm already selling. I mean, marijuana is legal out here in Vegas, but I mean, you're not a drug dealer when you're flipping half ounces. That's really a $20, $40 profit. I mean, you're not doing anything. People usually do that just so they can keep weed and some cash on them. That's the only reason why they flip half ounces. It's not like there's a major weight involved. And here they were murdered for that. And I'll look it up and talk about it one day. But I forgot the names and stuff. But yeah, it was crazy. So this means they would have needed to have 3 hours at the Ukrainian store. Now wait for this. They went to the Pizza King too. They went to Pizza King? What's Pizza King? That's the first time I'm hearing about that. I hate taking off my glasses, guys. You know that. But I gotta wear these when I'm doing live videos so I can see the comments. The Pizza King. What is the Pizza King? I don't know what the Pizza King is. Don't call me the Pizza King. I'm on a diet. Bad Habits Kingdom. God, I hate wearing these glasses. Libby's phone ping at the same exact tower between 2 and 4:30, according to the warrant. Dang, where's this warrant information? Andre, I need to look at this. I had no idea about that their cell phones ringed at the same area. That is big. IMO, it's not RL or the Klines. Who do you think it is then, Savannah? Who are you thinking? The only way to make sense either is he's lying for. Yeah. Savannah, who are you thinking it is then? If you don't think the Klines are involved, you don't think Logan was involved, who do you think it is? You think it could have been Paul Eder? I thought it could have been Eder for a long, long time, honestly. That was my number one. And thing is, we would have never found out if he did a list of the DNA came out as a match because he killed himself with the standoff with police. But I actually thought it was Paul Eder. For a long, long time, I thought it was Paul Eder. All right. My bad, guys. I'm trying to catch up on these chats. By the way, guys, thank you so much for supporting Bad Habits and leaving comments. I love you guys so much for this. Okay, here we go. Looked up how long the DNA lasts on a body. Why would he need to know that? So shady. Keegan Kline. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember when that came out. Why would he need to know that? That is weird. Definitely. Keegan definitely is a possibility. I know he gave up his DNA, hair. I would think the only reason why I don't 100% think it's Keegan is because they have him in custody. I would think that they would have got him in that small-ass room and basically beat him until he confessed. I know out here they would have done it. They get him in that small interrogation room and basically, like, you're going to prison for the rest of your life, pretty much, He's going anyway with the child shit, the fucking pervert, but, And then he was the last one to communicate with them. The very last person. And then I was told, guys, I don't know if this is true, so please let me know. Is it true that Keegan Kline was supposed to meet the girls at the bridge that day? Because I was told that from somewhere, and I can't remember where. And I was just talking about this with a coworker 2 days ago, and I said, I think he was supposed to meet the girls that day as well. I think so. Very common. Only 2 towers out there in Delphi. I didn't know that either. Have you seen the last interview with friend of TK? No, I have not. No, I have not. And who is TK? Oh, Tony Kline. No, I have not, but I definitely. Where's that at? What channel is that on? I'll definitely check that out. When I left his home with his cousin and not his cell phone at 2 p.m. Drove to Lafayette, went to the fish store, stayed there till 4 p.m. Drove back to his home, grabbed his cell phone, and go back to Lafayette. Makes his purchase, let him go back home to allow searchers to search his property. Does this sound remotely possible? No. No. Andre, you're convincing me. You are convincing me, man. I think Libby was the target. Abby was collateral damage. I 100% agree with that. 100%. Let's say it wasn't Tony. Let's say the girls were targeted. Let's say it was catfish or something in that theory. I 100% believe that. I said before that bridge guy probably didn't even know Abby was going to be there. If it was a catfish thing, I think he had every intention on meeting up with Libby alone. I think he arrived. They planned on meeting up. You know, Libby asked her sister if she can drop her off. She dropped her off, around 1:30. I think Bridge Guy got there probably about 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Walked around that entire area, found the best spot. He knew where he was going to take them. And has gotten away with it for 5 years. Been walking the streets for 5 years. Son of a bitch. Shows crime with passion, up close and personal. They knew them in some way. Read the covering the body of bodies. Savannah, who are you thinking? I didn't see the comment on who you think it is. Who do you think it could be? You think it's personal? I love to have Smiths. Or, my bad, my sunglasses. I love to have 5 minutes in a room with the guy alone when he's caught. Yeah, me too. Not even 5 minutes, just 3 minutes. Honestly. All you have to do is watch it. Logan, you'll know it's not him. He would never hurt Libby and Abby. I don't want to say that. Savannah. I respect your opinion on that. And I can see where you're coming from, but Ron Logan does have history of abuse towards women, and he's an alcoholic. One thing I know about alcoholics, they're very aggressive. I'm not saying he's the one that killed him. I know Andre's, stating his facts on why he believes it's him, which, he's definitely got some good points, 100%. But, I don't want to say, oh, no, Ron Logan is definitely, I don't want to rule him out. I would say that I would not rule him out. I wouldn't say that. He's definitely a liar, alcoholic. There's nothing wrong. I'm not saying he has an addict problem. I'm not saying, because he's an alcoholic, he did this crime. The girls found on his property. That's a major thing. He the detectives because he was on probation, has a history of abusing multiple women. It's definitely a possibility that he did it. Honestly, it's really possible, and I understand where you're coming from too. There's a difference on, me personally, I never hit a woman before in my life. I never would, but there's a difference on, smacking your girlfriend and killing 2 little innocent teenagers. So I totally get where you're coming from. So you obviously now ask yourself this. The cops are interrogating a double homicide of 2 little girls on your property. Do you think it's smart to start lying about driving after suspicions? Hell no. Hell no. That's when you want to be 100% honest. admit, like, hey, I mean, they were found on my property. I get it, but I did fuck up my probation. I went and started drinking at the bar. That's where I was at. 100%. You can check on the cameras. That's when you're 100% honest. Even if you broken your parole or probation for doing something else, you're about to get accused big time of double homicide of two little girls who were found on your property. So I totally get that. That definitely makes sense. And yes, you did see a harsh sentence, and he got how they were treating him so sad. Yeah, that's how you're just by looking at him in Delphi. He could have said something sexual to Libby before they got on the bridge. See, that's what I'm thinking too, Connor. Was there some kind of contact, some kind of communication before she recorded him? That's where I'm leaning towards, honestly. And that's something that I really, really want to know, that I'm really trying to find out, because I almost knocked the camera down. Hold on. There's something, that's been bothering me for a long time. Why did she record him? Why did she take out her phone and start recording him? We see creepy things all the time. We see freaked out things. 9 times out of 10, we don't pull out our phones and start recording them. Well, now do, because of so many social media things just for entertainment. But in that situation, she wasn't doing it for that nature. She recorded him because she knew something was up. Something terrible was up. Something was about to go down, and she wanted to get him on video for some kind of reason. That's... and then I saw other people just saying, do they think that there was 2 killers, 3 killers? I know you guys might disagree with me, which is okay. I'm just saying my opinion here. I think there was only 1 killer involved. I think Bridge Guy was the only one there to kill him. I remember for the longest time, this is how I originally thought. Let's go back to the beginning. When I first started getting into the case, I said there was no way in hell that the girls were a catfish. I said there's no way. No way in hell they were catfish. I got fooled on that. I said there's no way they were talking to a guy online or a girl online to go meet up. Then I said there's no way in hell that second sketch is even close to the first sketch. And the first sketch to me, and I still think that looks so much more like Bridge Guy. When I see the first sketch, I think that looks way more, similar to Bridge Guy. Then I thought Paul Eder, absolutely, positively, I think it's him. Then I got into Ron Logan, definitely a high possibility. Found on his property, was lying to the police right after a double murder, just like Andre the Giant said. It's a high possibility it could be him. I think it could be him. Then they started naming other suspects. Daniel Nations. I never thought it was Nations. There were some other ones they named. I never thought it was Daniel Nations, though. Paul Eder was always up there with me. Ron Logan, of course, has always been up there. And Tony Kline. I still don't think it was Keegan. Keegan said in an interview that the police said that he was the last one the girls communicated with, and I think that he was supposed to meet him out there or something too, right? I think he was supposed to meet him out there as well. So my bad. Right. My next point is the line going down the right side of the bridge. BG's jacket. I believe it's a shoulder holster. You see the same line in the 2 separate interviews of Ron Logan's jacket. Blue jacket and 1 green. Ooh, I gotta look at that. God, you pointed that out. I gotta look up that right away. That's gonna drive me nuts. I gotta look at that. The creep was not part of the plan. No perp would add risk. So should never have been on land. Could I have met him for sure? Profile shows humiliation as a child by females in his life. And definitely. I think two, possibly only one killer, though the other didn't realize what was going to happen. I see a point of view. You know what? And there's a lot of people that believe there could have been two people or three people involved. And I respect your opinion. Um, and I do want to see it. I can see it that way too. I'm like, yeah, maybe there was two people involved in this. There was two little girls. Maybe the other person was waiting. You know, the bridge guy went and grabbed him. The other person was waiting and killed them both at the same time or something. I mean, it's definitely possible. I mean, it's very possible. As of right now, anything is so possible. My theory is just no, there was only one, but that's just me. Like I said, I could be 100% wrong. Like I said, I never thought in a million years the girls were catfish. It's definitely a high possibility now. I never thought in a million years it was Ron Logan at one point. Definitely think it is. It could be now. Uh, you know, Tomorrow we might find out it was Daniel Nations, and I never thought it was him. I mean, there's so many things, and that's one thing I do want to say, guys, is try to respect and understand everybody's point of view. Because I know with this case, a lot of people badmouth each other because they don't respect or understand or think their point of view is not right or stupid. Try to understand everybody's point of view because that's how we stay together, connect, and get this son of a bitch. The green jacket video of Ron Logan. You can see the strap over the right shoulder. I searched Amazon for this. About 2 minutes. God, Andre the Giant, I gotta look at that. That's gonna drive me nuts. I gotta look at that big time. The family had a huge effect on early on. SM should SM. What's SM? SM. Honestly, I can't think of who SM is right now. Ruled out so early. Wrong move by Ellie. SM. I'm an idiot right now. My mind's blank on the SM. The girl that introduced Libs to this account was the one who said he was meant to meet KK. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Same girl as ski mask incident. Ski mask incident? What's the ski mask incident? What happened? What do you mean? What's the ski mask incident? I don't know what that is. Now let's move on to why no one on the path saw him. Ron Logan can walk to the south side of the bridge, then go to the crime scene. Back home, all from his own land. Who else can you say about? I can't say anybody can do that. I always thought like if there wasn't Ron Logan, the killer went through the cemetery. That's what I think. I think the killer went through the cemetery. Social media. Oh, gotcha. Thank you, Savannah. Thank you. I didn't know what SM is. I was like, SM? Who's that? But thank you so much on that. I'm slow, guys. You know that. I'm a little slow sometimes. Okay, Andrew. Yeah, that's interesting. No one saw him. Also, Dan McClane. He knew the trails the best. Dan McClane. Yeah, I heard about that too. In Galveston, about a week after the murders. Oh, man. It will be 6 years in a few months that this crime has happened. That's a lifetime ago almost. Kids that were born around that time are going to be in first and second grade. I mean, my entire life changed around since then pretty much. And this guy, if it wasn't Ron Logan, is still out there. What really gets me is when Doug Carter and all them, they try to convince us, like the way they talk about it is that they know who it is or they have a great idea on who it is. They're like, we could find it. It could be today. It could be tonight. It could be next week. It would definitely be before my term ends or before the, governor ends or mayor ends or whatever he was saying. It makes it believe that they have a good idea of who it is, right? Honestly, I think they don't have the slightest clue. I think that they want to believe that they are catching on board with it and think it's bullshit. Honestly, I don't think they have an idea on who it is. And if they did, they're letting that guy walk around today without. I mean, I don't know. 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 This, this case is just. There's just so many theories and ideas and possibilities and observance. I mean, just it frustrates the hell out of me that we just don't know. We have photos, we have video, we have audio. That's the killer. And nobody can say that's him. That's his name. That's the person who committed that crime. None of us can do it. Who the fuck is this guy? You can't get away with any crimes nowadays. There's so many cameras and connections and stuff like that that catch you. How the fuck is he getting away with this? This case has touched so many people all around the world. I get emails, just by me, from people in Europe and Australia and so many people around the world that this case has affected. And none of us can say who it is. For sure. We all have our theories and opinions and, like Andre, making good points on how it could be this person. But we 100% don't know. And that really frustrates the hell out of me. It really does. This guy has gotten away with murder for almost 6 years. The worst crime you can do. And he's just walking around out there. And that's one thing in my emails I get a lot of on my Bad Habits Kingdom Facebook Messenger. Do you think it's this person? Do you think it's that person? Do you think he watches your videos? I don't think he watches my videos. I think he watches, big time YouTubers when they talk about this case. I think, let's face it. God, I can't think of his name right now. He's real big time YouTuber about Delphi. Gray Hudges. Gray Hudges has like 60,000 subscribers. I'm sure he watches him. I'm sure he checked in on Real Chill Grays before. I'm sure he, I don't know about Greeno. I don't know. I mean, but no, I don't think the killer's ever watched any of my videos. I get that question a lot, but I mean, how can we not catch this guy? FBI can't catch him. Delphi police not catching him isn't really a big shock to me, to be honest. And I know that's harsh for me to say, but this is the worst crime they've ever experienced. They never experienced anything like this. Small town. I mean, what kind of crimes do they even have out there in Delphi? What's their radiation of law? What's their city limits? I mean, I don't know. God, I want to go out there so bad. I want to see the area. I remember I was thinking when the crime first happened, I thought for the longest time that the killer knew the girls, that he lived in that area, he lived in Delphi, and then for the longest, I thought that for a long time. Then now I think maybe he knows, has a family member in Delphi. I think he probably could have a family member in Delphi or lives in immediate cities around Delphi, All right, let's go back to the comments. Sorry, guys. I just get a little emotional. You already know me. Love you guys. All right, who we got? Girl Lily talks about AS account, gives him her address. When she gets to the bus next day, there's a guy peering in her window wearing a ski mask. No one has been able to find the police report yet. We better look into that, find out on that police report. Um, people try to clear Logan because they found no DNA, hair, semen when they searched his home. But they searched it a month later, where everything was already washed or discarded and stuff. Popular theories out there are PB, Kurtz, and meth ring Klines. Yeah, I heard about the meth ring one. You know, my queen, when she first looked into it, she heard about that. And she also heard about the sex trafficking thing. There was a big sex trafficker thing going out there in Indiana. It started out here in Vegas, and some of the girls out in Indiana were picked up. And it was possible it could Abby and Libby could have been involved, which I quickly ruled out. Meth ring, I don't believe that either. You know, I know people were saying that family members were involved in some narcotic business and things went south, so they took it on the girls. I don't want to say no on 100% on that because, again, I don't know if you guys heard this story. This one was really big. It happened in Reno years and years ago. Reno, Nevada, two little girls were attacked because their mom sold bad crystal meth to a brother and sister. So the brother and sister went to get revenge and to kill the little girls. They did kill one of the little girls and paralyzed the other one because their mom sold them bath soap or bath salt instead of crystal meth. And a brother and sister that was like 17, 18 went and tried to kill both girls, but they killed one little girl in the trailer park. The other little girl that survived, that is paralyzed now, was trying to protect her little sister. I think she was 3. She was putting her body over so the killer couldn't stab her. Look into that. That's some sad shit. This fucking world is so horrible. I mean, really, like, why do they commit crimes of hurting kids? Why? You know, I never even spanked my child. I don't believe in hurting kids. They're kids. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to break things accidentally. They're going to scream. They're going to do things that, upset you. But why scare them? That's not going to solve anything. I mean, I see it all the time. People treat their kids like shit. People treat kids in general like shit. And what happens all the time, especially out here in fucking Vegas, these moms' boyfriends kill their kids. It's freaking insane. Why harm kids? I don't get it. I don't get it. Fucking so many sickos in this world. If I'm Ron Logan that night, on the local news released a picture of him. I'm burning 100% of what it's on the photo. Oh, yeah, definitely. Because the photos release of your clothes, I get you there. People say they stabbed them and were covered in blood. Maybe that's the case. I even will say cause of death. How hard would it be to take off all your blood outside immediately? Well, especially if Ron Logan was the killer and his house is right there, he can do that ASAP. Burn the clothes has the blood all over it. I don't think the girls were actually raped. I think they said the girls weren't raped, but that does not mean they weren't sexually abused in other ways. Staged their bodies. What were the 3 signatures? I know one of them apparently was a religious signature. Now, like I said earlier, I know one of them apparently the religious signature was that the girl's feet were washed, but I could be wrong on that. That's just information I received by watching another YouTuber about this case. What would be the 3 signatures? Especially of Ron Logan. Yeah, McKay needed money for the bridge. And then she got 1.2 million in a grant. Motherfucker got 2.5 million. MHB charged ownership after the murders. Changed ownership after the murders. MHB. I know you guys are going to kill me when I say this, but what is MHB? I don't know what that is. MHB. MHB. I don't know what MHB is. Oh. I think Sally, another signature. Non-circular post. I think Sally was another signature. I am such an idiot. Monon High Bridge. MHB. God, I am an idiot. I am such a dumbass. And I'm trying to help solve a murder. I don't even know what MHB stands for. You guys are all telling me now. Look at this. Really cool names. Savannah. Well, no, you guys all caught that real quick. I told you guys I'm slow. I am such an idiot. Really cool name. When you said One on High Bridge, I was like, wow. How did I not know what MHB stands for? I love you guys. You guys are so awesome. Definitely check out our Bad Habits Kingdom TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Be our friend on Facebook. Follow the money if you look for Moto. That's a good start. Really cool name. Really cool name. I like that. Really cool name. That's a cool name. I mean, how can you not say that's a cool name? Really cool name. That's a cool name. It really is. I like that. Really cool name. I don't know what many of the stand for in this case either. Yeah. What's your Facebook page? Bad Habits Kingdom. Bad Habits Kingdom. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Apple. Bad Habits Kingdom. I have my personal Facebook as well, but that's only for like friends and family. Bad Habits Kingdom is for pretty much where the Bad Habits family goes to. Also, Bad Habits Laundry is the clothes, the shirts, even though I owe a lot of shirts out. But so, thank you, Savannah. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Love you guys' support on Bad Habits family. Kings and Queens. It's been a long time since we've been doing this. We've been doing this for a while, Kings and Queens. I love you. And we are going to hit a donation alarm for subscribing to Bad Habits Kingdom. I usually hit the donation alarm when people donate funds, like Andre the Giant did earlier. But when you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and stuff, I always hit it as well. You're a good dude, Bad Habits. Thank you, Andre. Really, that means a lot, man. I don't hear that a lot, but honestly, you're a good dude too. And you're a big supporter of Bad Habits, honestly, and I really appreciate that, Andre. You came on the last couple times we did live videos, and I really appreciate that. I'd love for you to collab, to come on the show. You know, so you can come on here with me and talk about it. If you ever want to do that. Anybody else as well. If you guys ever want to come on the show and do a collab together, let me know. We can make that happen for sure. You know. Yeah, I love it when people keep it real and show emotions. It's hard for me though. You know, it's hard because you know when I don't like showing my emotions a whole lot. That's why I try to. You know, when I do these live videos, you know, it's only about Delphi. And I really get emotional when I talk about the Delphi case. You know, I actually like recording them because when I do get emotional, I just edit them out. Because it's hard for me to show, you know, let everyone see my emotions. Because I get sad and angry and frustrated and, you know, everything at once to where I cry. And, you know, one time I think I threw my vape. Not last live video, but the video before, you know, I just get so overwhelmed with emotions because this case has really touched me in a serious way. It really has. Especially when I start talking about and thinking about the girls' last moments, on how scared they were, and try to think on so many things on like, why did Libby record him? Why did they do this? You know, what were they feeling? You know, it's like, just sad. That's all it is. It's just sad. Mystique, what's up? Kings and Queens, I love it. She said, what up, Queens and Kings? Long time. And Miss you too. Yeah, we haven't done a live video in a while. We're gonna start doing them twice a week for Delphi, but we got a lot more recordings coming. And guys, I know you're big fans of the Delphi case, but I also do vlogs and stuff. I know I only get like 50, 60 views on that, but those are fun. I really enjoy doing. But Delphi, we're gonna be doing twice a week live videos. Probably do some recording ones as well. It's just I actually, when it comes to this case, I like communicating with you guys. That's why every time I talk about Delphi the past couple of videos, I go live because I love to hear your guys' theories. Like Andre the Giant, he's talking about Ron Logan tonight, and honestly, he made some great value points and stuff that I didn't even know. So that's why I really like communicating with you guys, giving you guys' theories. And one thing I do got to say is on Bad Habits Family, you guys have been awesome on communicating with each other as well, because I've seen other YouTube videos that go live and people are just really bashing each other and talking shit to each other when they don't, respect their opinion or their theory or their ideas. They just badmouth. You guys have been 100% really on it, like cool with each other about it. Like, see it this way or try to see it this way, or, I don't agree with you, but maybe this. You guys really been awesome when it comes to supporting each other. I love you guys. I love you for your love and respect and support. Really, you guys been doing it. I like to come on and take on all Ron Logan deniers. I cannot be defeated in this case by facts. Real emotions is what clicks with me. Definitely, Andre. We should make that. We can make that happen. We'd love to have you on the show. We can make that happen. Really cool name. Ron Logan was a drunk driver at best. Really cool name that proved me wrong. You got blinders on, bro. I just said we all support each other. Come on, guys. Did you ever think why they didn't deserve some wrong straight away? I mean, there could have been many reasons why. I mean, you got to remember. I understand that not everyone's gonna believe it's Ron Logan. Like I said to Andre tonight. I said 100%. I don't think Ron Logan is who I think it is. But yes, Andre the Giant did come up with some great facts, great theories on why it could be him, and he's given us his point of view. And honestly, like I said, I respect and appreciate everybody's point of view because you're involved with the case. You're trying to help. You're giving on your theories on how it could be this person. And Andre, I got to say, you've done a lot of it tonight. It's amazing. We got to work together and support each other and put our theories together. And maybe we, not Delphi police, not Doug Carter, we together can catch this son of a bitch if it's not Ron Logan. We can definitely work together, I think Delphi police never had a case like this before. They really took it by steps and procedures, not just reacting like, okay, let's go get a search warrant on him. This could be him. Or, I think they're so careful. What bothers me, and I know a lot of people disagree with me on this, is why not say how the girls were murdered? It's been almost 6 years. I understand they don't want to release information because they don't want a lot of false confessions and a lot of this and a lot of that. But what they've been doing is not working. The secrets, if they have any, Delphi police, they make it seem like they have a lot of information. I truly believe they don't have a whole lot of information. But the way they're doing it is not working because we are nowhere closer to catching the guy or knowing who it is. If there's more audio, why not release it? If it has nothing to do with Bridge Guy, why not release more audio? Why not release the audio of, Abby saying to Libby, is that creepy guy still following us? How come they can't release that? How come they can't release the audio that Abby's mom got to listen to? Where she can hear Libby saying to Abby, this is where the trail ends. There's nowhere else to go. How come they can't release that? If there's more photos or anything of Bridge Guy. See, I honestly thought for a long time that the murders was on audio because, she recorded him. She started recording him walking towards them, put it in her pocket. They started walking. During the walk is where we can't, but in the recording is where, Abby says to Libby, is that creepy guy still following us? Libby responds by saying, mm-hmm. And Abby's mom got to hear the part where Libby says to Abby, this is where the trail ends. There's nowhere else to go. Bridge guy's getting closer. He approaches him, pulls out his weapon. Guy's down the hill. I mean, I would think that there would be more of Bridge Guy because she had to have had it in her pocket. The sound of Bridge Guy and everything, you can't really hear him really well. It sounds like her phone's like kind of far away. It sounds like it's in her pocket. That's why I thought there was more recording of Bridge Guy, because all you hear him say is guys down the hill. So basically, did Bridge Guy just walk up, point the gun, and say, guys down the hill? Is that the first thing he said? Or don't move, don't scream? I mean something, not just point the firearm at him and say, guys down the hill. I mean, it's possible, I guess. He just approaches him, points his gun at him, and says, guys, down the hill. I mean, I don't know. I mean, why won't they release a little bit more? And I know a lot of people that, even other YouTubers who I love and respect so much, they even say their opinions on why they shouldn't release more information. I think they should. I really do. Because the only reason why I think they should is because we haven't heard they haven't gotten any closer to who the guy is. He's been getting away with it all this time. He's been getting away with it for almost 6 years. Honestly, the way they're doing it is not working. It's not working. It's going on way too long. And I don't want to hear the next time they have a press conference. We're getting great information. We have a good chance. This case will be solved soon. And we'll have to answer questions that we never had to answer before and apologize on why we couldn't answer those at that time. I don't want to hear that shit. Honestly, forgive me for saying this here. I go with my emotions. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear on, hey, you know what? We had to know who this guy is. We're going after him right freaking now. And why I get him, just so you guys know, I'm going to take him in the interrogation room, bust him upside the head a few times. And if it was Ron Logan, if they come out and say, you know what, we have proof that it was Ron Logan, okay, Doug Carter, go to Ron Logan's grave, light that fucker up. I mean, something. Just to show, like, hey, after all these years, this guy got away with it. Now he's going to burn in hell, literally, for what he did to these two innocent girls who never harmed a soul. Who literally didn't do anything wrong in their entire lives. Just wanted to go for a walk on a bridge, go for a hike, get outside to go play. That was my biggest thing for a long, long time. I would say all the time, when I was a kid growing up, we were always outside playing. We were always outside playing football, basketball, baseball, rollerblading, bikes. I don't see anybody on rollerblades anymore. I don't see kids outside anymore. And that was a big thing I had a problem with. I'm like, you don't see kids outside playing anymore. The reason why they can't go outside and play anymore is because they can't. They're either going to get kidnapped, murdered, sexually abused, something, because there's so many sickos out here like Bridge Guy. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I know I can get frustrated and panic and just snap, but this case is just, it's driving me insane. Like, it's going on 6 years. This guy has gotten away with murder. Even if it was Ron Logan, he got away with it. Yes, he's dead, but he was never arrested and charged for the crime of murder. And Abby and Libby did everything they could to help us catch this son of a bitch. We have video, we have audio, we have photo, we have body movement. We have it all. And the guy is still out there. I mean, even the FBI is involved now. I thought when the FBI, that's why I said that back in January, guys. I don't know if or February, I'm sorry. Back when we did that live video in February, I said this case will be solved by April or May at the very latest. I even think it's going to be solved by March, because Doug Carter was like, it could be tonight. It could be tonight. It could be tomorrow morning. It could be next week. Oh, shit, tonight? It could be solved right fucking tonight. That's what I thought when I saw the interview. Tonight? You guys got something going. Oh, shit, we got Keegan Kline arrested. We got the fake profile. He was the last one to communicate with Abby and Libby, or at least with Libby. He's, something's going on here. What's up? What's popping? Okay, here we go. Let's move. Let's get this son of a bitch. Okay, here comes March. Okay, the case is still not solved. Maybe they're building it up. Maybe something else. Okay, here's April. I'm starting to get a little worried, guys. May, what the fuck is going on? June, you motherfuckers. July is here we are. That's how I felt about Delphi police. That's how I feel. You motherfuckers need to get your shit together somehow. I'm not saying that you're not doing your job. I'm just saying change the strategy, because the one you guys been doing for almost 6 years is not working. It's not working. It's not working. It's not working. And guys, I know you might disagree with me, and I apologize, and I respect your opinions. But honestly, the way they're doing it is not working. I mean, this guy is out there roaming around streets. He could be living right next door to us, right next door to you. He could be living in your neighborhood. You could see him at the store tomorrow. I mean, it could be so many fucking people that we don't know, and he is just out there. I mean, it's fucking bullshit, man. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Carol, hey! Let's see. There may not be any more audio or video that could be released that would not compromise the trial or might be that disturbing. If it's that disturbing, I understand. But compromise the trial, there has to be an arrest before a trial. And I get it. I understand they're trying to play it safe. I get it 100%. And Carol, I totally agree with that. I personally just want more audio. And that's selfish of me, I know to say. But I look at it like, why not? I don't see how it would affect the trial if them recording, releasing the part of them saying, is that creepy guy still following us, or is this is the end of the trail? What about the audio they've released to the parents? How come they can't release that? That shouldn't affect the trial, But there's got to be an arrest made for their trial, and that's the thing, That's why a lot of people, when I was talking about, about a year ago, I had the thumb when this whole what's the guy's name? What's that fucking guy's name? The one that got arrested last year, and we were all thinking it was connected. The one that kidnapped his neighbor and tied her up in the basement. God, I can't think of his name. Oh my God, what's the guy's name? That's gonna drive me nuts. What's the guy's name? He kidnapped his neighbor, and we all thought that it was Chadwell. Thank you, Connor. Chadwell. James Brian Chadwell. I remember when that happened. We were all like, oh, it's possible it could be him. I did a thumbnail about him, or his thumbnail, when I was going to talk about him, and people were like flipping out on me over that. People were like, why are you using his photo? You're going to ruin the case because, if they catch the real guy and all that. It's like, first off, there's about 1,000 other people using his thumbnail. Second of all, when the arrest happens, I'll take it down. Okay? I'll take down the entire video. I'll take down the photo. The arrest needs to happen. There has to be some kind of arrest before then. Guys, sorry about the background. That's the AC. Just so you know, I'm sorry about that. But I get it, Carol. You're 100% right. There are things they can't do because they don't want to mess things up. Because basically, when they arrest this guy, they want to make sure he goes to prison, not, get away with murder on it. Let's go. My bad. All right. What up, Frank? How you doing, buddy? Good seeing you, Bad Habits family. Carol, I love you. Frank, Bad Habits family coming out. This case should have been solved within a month or two. I agree. I love passion. Thanks, man. I appreciate your support, hon. We need the autopsy. Yeah, that's another thing, you know. I mean, and like Carol was saying, you know, they're not gonna release that because there's so many false confessions out there, and you know, basically when they catch the guy, they want to make sure they have the right guy and stuff like that. If they get a confession, me personally, I don't think they'll ever get a confession. Even if they catch the guy, like let's say right now they go arrest the right guy, I think he'll deny it all the way to the end. I think he'll never flat out be like, yes, I'm the one who murdered Abby and Libby. Like he'll be one of those people that take it to their grave, innocence all the way to the end. And that's what I think as of right now. I mean, I could be 100% wrong. Chadwell, James Ryan Chadwell. Yeah, that's who it is, guys. Thank you for that too, by the way. I don't think he did. I don't think it was Chadwell either. But I remember when it first came out, like everybody was talking about that and stuff. I don't think it was Chadwell though. That's I didn't mean that way off. No, no, I wasn't saying I thought it was Chadwell. I meant the thumbnail that I posted up there. I wasn't saying it was Chadwell. I know Chadwell didn't do it. I didn't mean it like that. But no, no, I didn't mean it like that. I meant the Chadwell. The reason why I brought up Chadwell is because of the thumbnail. I remember like when I posted his photo, people were saying that that can affect the case by posting his picture and saying because that was his thumbnail that I had. People were upset that I posted his picture as my thumbnail when I was going to talk about him in the video. I 100% think that Chadwell had nothing to do with the Delphi. Not at all. So I don't want you guys thinking I was thinking it was Brian Chadwell. When it first happened, of course I did. You know, when I was like, oh shit, he lives close by. You know, he tried to kill a little girl. You know, he likes the woods. Um, the voices kind of sounded similar. It was like my mind was playing tricks on me to where I was like, oh shit, this could be the guy. You know, in my mind, his voice sounded similar. Now when I play it, I don't think they really sound the same. Um, when I still see Bridge Guy and see the first sketch, I think those two are more similar than the second sketch, and I still think it's an older person. I think it's between the age of 35 to 50, 48 maybe, but that's why I think Bridge Guy is. I don't think it was 25-year-old, 20-year-old, whatever. That's just me, though. Like I said, I could be 100% wrong. We all have our own theories and stuff. The BG photo and audio was. Ooh, what do you mean by that, Frank? Good to see you again, Frank, too. It's been a while, buddy. Chadwell seems off to me regardless. Yeah, Chadwell is definitely out. Fucking nut job for sure. Life is poetic. Carol, I haven't seen you in a while, Carol. I hope you're doing good. I really do. It's been a while. Thank you, Bad Habits family. Definitely check us out on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Apple. Got the Bad Habits laundry t-shirts. I have a bunch of those out still. Oh, hold on, guys. Sorry. And guys, sorry about that background noise too. I got the AC on. It's like hot as hell out here. Andre the Giant. Actually, 6:30 p.m. at 4:30. I studied this extensively at 3 people on the radio. Like I said, guys, we all have our own opinions and our own theories. By the way, Andre the Giant, I want to give you one more uh, shout out for your $5 donation. So I'm gonna hit the donation alarm again. Thank you so much for your donation, buddy. Really appreciate your $5 donation, Andre the Giant. That goes a long way with Bad Habits family. our channel, erase some text, photo was altered. Oh, I had no idea about that. No idea. I'm actually gonna reach out to Cofax. I know that's the chances are gonna be tough on that, but I'm gonna see if he would like to come on Bad Habits. I know he does his own thing and stuff, but I at least want to get his feedback about the case on where he believes it's going. If you guys don't know him, definitely check him out. Cofax, the guy's amazing. He does amazing videos. He's a retired cop. I gotta give him a shout out. Anybody that's involved with the case. I mean, really, you guys all deserve a shout out, man. You guys are all putting your time, personal time, and effort into this case and wanting it to be solved and showing your passion and support with each other about the case. I mean, that goes a long way. I mean, it really does. This case has brought so many people together, people from all around the world together to help. And like I said before, we're all going to stick together, support each other. And once this case gets solved, we all go get the Evansdale one or whatever's next. We all just stick together and do it the best we can. The creek didn't happen. I don't know what it means, but his life is politically stuck. Oh, Frank, definitely let me know about that. I want to know about that. And Frank, remember when we did that interview? I was talking about you earlier. When we did that interview on that video we did together a few months back. Didn't you say, this is what I was talking about earlier, didn't you call out saying that the bodies were staged? And that was before this FBI stuff was released, before any of that was released. I think in that video we did together, you said the bodies were staged. I think you called that out a while ago. Yes, the girls went through the creek. Yeah, I know they went through the creek. That's why I didn't know what the other one meant. But Frank, didn't you say that in that video? I still have it on Bad Habits Kingdom, so I'm gonna watch that video that we did together, that interview. But I think you said that the bodies were staged in that video we did together. You did, yes. Okay, good. Because I remember earlier in this live video, I talked about that. I talked about the interview that we did, the video we did together, that collab. And by the way, thank you so much for coming on and supporting the channel that time. But I remember you saying, I couldn't remember 100%, but I thought you 100%, I thought you said that the girls' bodies were staged and that there was a teddy bear or something. But I do believe you said that the bodies were staged. And that was before all this other stuff was released. That's why I was talking about it. I was like, I think the local Indiana guy that I interviewed way back when and did a collab on Bad Habits Kingdom, under the videos it's called Interview with the Indiana Local, but I think you talked about the bodies being staged, and then a month or two ago they released that information. I was like, oh snap, that's crazy. That's crazy. No, I don't believe they went through the creek. If you watch the other channels, make comments, you'll see what I think and others. Yeah, Frank, I would like to see that. I definitely would like to know about that. The autopsy information you have. How'd you get it? You ain't gonna release that, huh? You ain't gonna tell us how you got it. Bad Habits family, we've been on for an hour and 45 minutes. Probably gonna be calling it quits here because I got other recordings and stuff and edits I'm gonna be doing. I didn't realize how much time flies when we're talking about this case. Oh, Frank Messer, I know you got me on Facebook under Bad Habits Kingdom. Definitely let me know. I would love to see that. Would love to see that, or at least tell me about that, because I've been dying to know. I've been dying to know. So definitely message me on my email, badhabitsking@gmail.com, or hit me up on Facebook, Bad Habits Kingdom. All right, Kings and Queens. Um, First off, I want to say thank you to everybody for coming on the show tonight and stating your opinions and your theories and supporting each other. You guys have been awesome. I can't thank you guys enough for all your support, really. Not just for Bad Habits, but on YouTube, but on Facebook, Instagram, uh, TikTok, Apple, Spotify. I mean, you guys are really awesome for all your support. And this case in particular, you know, you guys have been really, really awesome when it comes to this case and being supportive about it. You know, I can't thank you guys enough. It's been really awesome. You know, and I just want to say thank you so much for coming on and watching the video tonight. I hope we can do this again. You know, in a couple of days. I'm gonna aim for about Wednesday night at about 9 p.m. Pacific time. I do want to get one more alarm alert because Andre the Giant donated $5 to Bad Habits Kingdom down below. So one more donation alarm, and we'll hit it. I especially want to thank our newcomers, Savannah, and others who came on the show tonight. Thank you so much. Carol, Andre the Giant, Frank, you guys all been, Connor, you guys have all been amazing. Life is poetic. You know, I can't thank you guys enough. You guys have been supporting Bad Habits Kingdom for a while. And we got some Bad Habits laundry coming in a few months. See the t-shirt behind me. Different colors and stuff, so I'll try to get you guys some. It's been tough on giving out t-shirts, but thank you guys so much for all your support. I really love you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys have a great night. I will see you guys Wednesday night, 9 o'clock. If you want to come on the show, let me know. We will make that happen as well when we collab, okay? You guys have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow or Wednesday night, and I love you guys. Stay safe. I'm going to play the intro one more time before it ends. All right, have a good one.